What's up, Buttercup? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my 2025 indie author August TBR. So the first half we will be talking about all things indie books, and then the rest of the video I have some books that I have to catch up on. So this is a mix of indie and traditionally published books, but I am helping out Kevin with his indie author August book event, and I just got really excited. So I wasn't originally the co-host, but here we are today, people. I am his official co-host. Not that I assigned it to myself, he gave me that title, okay? But if you are still looking for legitimate writers, we have a Google Sheets document down below. Yes, you will have to ask for access as a viewer, but I did not want people messing with the Google Sheets, and we already had a couple people try and do that. So my intuition of making it view only was a smart idea, which is unfortunate, but then again, you know, people are odd. So it's really an easy thing to do. You just request to be a viewer, and then I am really fast with it. I'll give you the permission to view, and then we are over, I am pretty sure, 105 lines, or maybe we're at 110. We have a lot of legitimate indie writers to choose from of all walks of life and genres and subgenres. So you can for sure find at least 2 books to read for this event in August. And yeah, it lasts the whole month. So Kevin made it really simple. 2 indie books in this month. I think you can do it. I can do it, and I'm on a book buying ban. But let's talk about some of these indie books first. Jennifer Rainey's Iago Wick and the Vampire Queen is a short story about Iago Wick, a demon and a spoiled vampire who's set on revenge after Iago's mischief goes a bit too far. Sounds like him. This is ebook only, and it is free. So if you want to get into this series, it's steampunk gas lamp. It follows Iago Wick and Dante Lovelace, who are demons from hell, and yeah, they create mischief and violence and all that stuff in a like alternative, well, steampunk universe. And it's set mainly in Boston, but it's also in that area as well. Though perhaps you should read the first book in this series, because this is a short story and you might not know what's going on. Okay, I take that back. Read the first book. I have read all of the books, so I'm just now finally getting to the short story, but it's about 80 pages. I'm excited though. I have had it for a while. I have to read it on my computer. Still don't have a tablet, don't have a Kindle, don't have any of that, so here we go. I'm gonna be positive. It's gonna be fine. Number 2 is Pumpkin Spice and All Things Nice by Laura Greenwood, and this is an urban fantasy novella, and I got it for free because I happened upon it when it was on sale. Love the cover, and I love that it's a novella. I could not read books that are more than, I don't know, 250 pages, no, 200 pages. I am not good with reading on screens, so these first 2 short stories, novellas, I'm a little nervous about, but I wanted to have as many indie books as possible, and so here we are. This is book 1 of the Cauldron Coffee Shop series. What a vibe. It's a witchy modern fantasy with a love subplot, a cat that's up to no good, and a mysterious teapot. Love Love it. Now, the third book, we have Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater, and it's the first book in the Regency fairy tale series. It's a mashup of Regency romance and historical fantasy. It was originally self-published in 2020, and then her involvement in Mark Lawrence's self-publishing fantasy blog off, aka Spiffbo. I will say Spiffbo, not that whole thing. I like that acronym because it's a really long title, but it's very popular with fantasy indie writers specifically. She won that competition a few years ago with her book Small Miracles. And then I'm trying to remember, it was not clear whatsoever, unfortunately, online, if because she won Spiffbo with Small Miracles that this was picked up or vice versa. You would think that that would be easier to find, but it was not. But I know of Olivia because she won one of those years of Spiffbo. If you know, please let me know in the comments, because I looked for a good 30 minutes and I could not figure it out. I don't know why. I don't. But anyway, I'm really excited for this because Regency romance, historical fantasy, fairies, I'm into it. The next book is Writing into the Dark. It's shiny, I'm so sorry. But this is really about intuitive discovery writing, or what most people would know as pantsing. And yes, the writer is a hybrid author. So he self-published this nonfiction book to help other pantsers. But then he also is a traditionally published writer as well. And I've had this for quite some time. It's short and sweet and to the point, and I love to see that, so I'm excited. Okay, and then talking about Mark Lawrence, The Book That Wouldn't Burn. I understand that this is traditionally published. Wait, yes? Because he's a hybrid author. And I'm pretty sure this is self-published. I mean, not wait, I'm sorry, it is not. However, we appreciate Mark Lawrence and all that he does for Spiffbo. He created Spiffbo, and it's been going on for 10 years. And he has helped so many indie fantasy authors over the years. We're going to count it. He also started as a self-published writer. How many books of his that were originally self-published that are now traditionally published, I am not sure. However, I'm counting it because of all that he has done for the indie writer community. And this is a good excuse to start the book. Yes, thank you. Okay, now going into books that are not part of the indie August author reading event. We've got some Terry Pratchett. Yes, I need some fun, some love, some satire, some humor. So we're going first with Equal Rights about witches. We're going to be starting with the Witches series within the Discworld series. I'm excited. And then we have Mort. I'm excited. Fourth book. Death. He's a ringin'. I'm really excited. Death is my favorite character. I will probably like the Witches as well, but I'm just really fascinated by Death and his involvement of all the things in the Discworld series. Next up, for a second, I thought that The Ballad of Black Tom was self-published. It's not. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I thought that. But this is a reimagining of one of H.P. Lovecraft's books or short stories. Which one is it? If I can even, like, pronounce the thing. Oh, it doesn't say. Okay. I thought it would. I don't know why. It is a retelling of one of H.P. Lovecraft's stories. How about that? I have listened to one of H.P. Lovecraft's stories and it was fine. Do I remember the title because it's very long? I don't. But I think this sounds really good. even if it wasn't a retelling of H.P. Lovecraft. So I'm excited to get into this one. It's been on my radar for quite some time. I don't know why I made that word have an R in it, whatever. Okay, and The Master and the Margarita. This is a leftover from July. My husband chose this for me to read because in July he chose my TBR. It was not that successful. I DNF'd most of his books, but I have high hopes for this book because it's different than the other ones that he chose. He chose a lot of military fiction. I'm not into it. This is a classic, and it involves Satan and a black cat and witches. Yes, yes. So that is my mix. I am going to, I'm sure, have a fun time for August. I'm not going to be doing weekly updates. I'm just going to chill with this indie event, though I know Kevin does weekly updates. If you are reading any indie writers, let me know in the comments down below. And did you find them from our Google Sheets or did you find them on your own? We would love to know. Thank you so much for joining me today, and have a happy August TBR filled fantastical reading event. Or if you're not taking part of the event, it's totally fine. Just read, write, do whatever you need to do for self-care because it's hard out there. Thank you for joining. Bye.